Salut, c'est Manu, dans les couloirs de l'ASTROLABE. Pour la première d'ASTROMICRO, on ne va pas vous offrir un, pas deux, mais 10. DEROBERT and the Halfs Truths, la sensation soul funk de Nashville. La voix de Stevie Wonder, la musique de James Brown, vous en rêviez, DEROBERT l'a fait. Il est en interview en vidéo maintenant et l'intégralité sera retrouvée sur ontherocks.net.
Hi, we're DEROBERT and the Halfs Truths and you're listening to... I'm sorry. ASTROLABE. Okay, ASTROLABE. Okay. ASTROLABE, and I can't do it. That's so hard. ASTROLABE. Okay. Hi, we're DEROBERT and the Halfs Truths, and you're watching ASTROLABE TV. Keep it soulful, my soul brothers and sisters. Peace.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are the Halfs Truths. Now welcome to the stage, the one and only, the incomparable, DEROBERT Adams!
So we are here with DEROBERT and a little part of the Halfs Truths, half of Halfs Truths, almost. Hello.
Hello, how are you?
Pleased to meet you.
Bonjour.
You are touring actually in France, a big tour.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Is there a difference compared with touring in USA?
Yes, it is. The only thing that's the same is having being in the van and hotels or different cities or anything like that. But we've never done anything this long in the States before. We've always just done like a weekend or two. But Nick could probably elaborate on it a little bit more because he does more of the business side of planning the tours. And so this is the brains. DEROBERT and the Halfs Truths is Nick Devan as well. He's the boss. He's the man with the plan. He's the man with the plan.
Yeah, as far as the difference, I'd say the crowds, I mean, here, they definitely respond different here than they do in America for us. Because, we're another American band in the U.S., but here, I feel like we're a little bit more of a rarity here, so people seem to respond a little bit more. And it's also, being on the road here, I feel like it's a little bit more, it's easier to be healthier here. And you're in the United States, when you're on the road, it's bad food and bad living, so that's what I'd say would be the differences.
You know what I'm saying?
You're from Nashville. Okay. You could have been playing rock music, electronic music, or even country music, and why soul music?
Yeah, it's just the music that resonates with us as far as, what we listen to. I mean, we listen to all sorts of stuff. D's all over the place. I'm all over the place with music. But as far as, we started GD Soul Records, and that was the soul sound is what we were doing then, and it's what we liked, and it's what we're good at.
It speaks to, who we are, what we do. We are soulful. We are people who live with the heart, people who live with compassion, people who try to spread that goodness, that love to everybody. We want to do that through music, and that's the greatest thing about being in France is because, in America we say that this is the capital of love. Yeah. This is where that is, but the people show it so much more. It's so much more clearer now to me by always called France, like the love capital, Now I understand because the support that they give us is unreal, but we're grateful and it's awesome. So soul music, us picking soul music, this is why we do it, is because this is what it does. It brings people together. Shout
think you can't cheat with this music. And yes, and how do you reconnect with the face every night on stage?
If you're going to do something like this, if you're going to do music, if you're going to be serious about it, you know, nothing can come between it, nothing. No matter what you're dealing with, if you're mad, if you're sad, if you're crying, if you just lost your job, if you just, I remember one time, you know, like I went on stage, I lost my job, my boss, she called me, hello, she goes, you're fired if you don't come in. I was like, well, I guess I'm fired. And I walked on stage and said, hello, Nashville, how are you today? I just lost my job. 1, 2, 3, 4, get up, you know. But yeah, you know, so no matter what, you have to turn on that switch because, you know, I think people have to understand that life is not your own. You know, and everything that you do impacts someone else, negative or positive, it impacts someone else. And so, you know, at the end of the day, your life's not your own, so you can't be selfish enough, you know, knowing that you have that, you know what I'm saying? So you have to flip the switch because when it's time for the game to start, you know? So yeah.
You sing love and you're not a political band, but these days in USA, in the Trump times, to play music in the black and white band and sing love is almost an act of hope and liberty, and it's no?
Yeah, we're definitely aware of that. Dee's been talking about, we played at Woolworth and 5th in Nashville right before he left, and this spot where in the South in America where, you know, blacks and whites couldn't eat together. It was the first place that was desegregated in the South, and yeah, so, you know, we're aware of it for sure, and we just get players who we think fit our vibe. But yeah, we're definitely not trying to make an overt statement or anything. But we're definitely aware that it's a good thing, and we like to, you know, it's something positive that we feel we're doing with that.
Yeah, you don't want to be very assertive. You don't want to be over the top, you know, with the whole thing. But you do want to plant the seed. You know what I'm saying? You know. And I feel like that at the end of the day, what I've learned growing up as a child and like even now, what I've learned is that love covers all. It doesn't matter what it is, what you're doing, what you're going through, how bad, how hopeless a country may seem, because if Trump's in office or if Obama's in office or if Bush is in office or if Clinton is in office or wherever evil or things that are not good are happening, you have to be good. And that's what brings change, is if one person will just say, I'm gonna be good today.
Mickey on the drums, y'all. Mickey D keeping it funky. Come on, guitar, take my hand.
Let's talk about music now. Sometimes your music sounds like a mix between maybe James Brown and Stevie Wonder for the voice? Are they models for you?
Since I've joined GD Soul Records and the Half Truths, they've been really teaching me about 70s soul and deep funk and James Brown and people like that. They taught me a lot about that. So listening to those tracks and everything, I've grown to love, because I don't like to sing James Brown because he's James Brown, and he's hard to mimic, so you just kind of do what you can do and do your best and make sure you just do you, But Stevie Wonder has always been my biggest influence. Yeah, my bigged influence. I've been influenced since I was a kid,
What is for you the perfect love song ever?
Now we're probably gonna have different choices. Okay,
Two love songs.
Yeah, because oh man, my favorite, because Stevie Wonder is my favorite. My favorite, Ribbon in the Sky. I love that song. Yeah. You know that song? Oh yeah, I love that song. He on it.
I mean, to be honest, I don't really have a favorite love song. And really, with our writing, we really don't do a lot of love songs. We do some, but we usually go for other topics in our songs. They're in there, and sometimes, or even if we do have talk about love, it's usually about heartbreak or somebody doing you wrong. So there's tons of great love songs, and that's the easiest. That's what people want to hear. That's just what we've chosen not to write about.
Could you sing a French song for us?
Oh wow!
It's not an easy tour.
We talked about this the other day.
We talked about this the other day. We were like, man, can you learn a French song? Like, we need to learn something French. And to be honest with you, I don't know a French. I don't know one. I never studied French, and I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. But if it's really hard to speak the language. Yeah, and so, but I promise you, the next time we get on your radio station, I will know a French song and I will have the pronunciation. I will understand it and everything.
Be careful, it's a recorded conversation.
I know that, and you have proof.
Okay.
I will, yes, okay. And that's why I'm doing it, because I did say it on recorded conversation.
Okay, we'll be there.
Yeah, merci beaucoup.
Thank you very much. Have a good show tonight.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Merci.
Tell ya, got my good shoes on. When I walk, they run. A man walks by, he walks up close. Stepped on my good shoes, but I don't know what I do. Here we go. Sucker punch. Get some food. If I can't get those stamps, then I don't know what I do. So the man walks in, Cole looked at him, gonna make me wait to get some food on my plate. Here we go. Sucker punch. I know.